What's up everyone, China Cycling here and welcome to our coverage of the 2024 Taipei Bike Show brought to you by PandaPodium.cc. So we've got lots of big brands laying stuff down today. So we've had the brand new TCR, we've got that coming up, and we've got the brand new Look power pedals. But of course we've got lots of the local Asian stuff as well. Plenty of wheels, more wheels you can shake a stick at, 3D printed saddles, and all the other usual weird and wonderful stuff. So yeah, let's go check it out. Okay, so here on the Giant booth we've got the brand new 2024 TCR. So we've gone fully internal now, so obviously no cables showing on the outside. Apparently a 38 gram saving for the frame set, which is, I guess, is for the frame, ISP and front fork. But yeah, main difference is we've gone fully internal. The fully internal cable routing saves 4 watts at 40 k's an hour, I think is what Giant are claiming. And yeah, a 38 gram saving, including paint, including everything on a size medium, I think. So yeah, what do you guys think? So no drop seat stays, that's nice to see, because every other bike is kind of going for drop seat stays. Looking cleaner at the front. Obviously, if you want to convert your old TCR to fully internal, you can do that with a front fork from EXS or whatever that we've got on PandaPodium. But if you don't want to do that faff and you want the latest and greatest, then yeah, the brand new 2024 Giant TCR. The wheels on the higher end models are also the brand new Cadex wheels with yeah, integrated spokes. So the spokes are kind of built into the hub flange. Let me see if we can get a shot as this one comes round. But those spokes are looking very familiar. If you know, you know. But yeah, another way to drop weight from the entire build. Over on the SRAM stand, nothing new. I hear SRAM are having a launch event in Italy this week or next week, maybe for the new SRAM Red, but no sign of it here at the Taipei Bike Show. Okay, here we are at the Trigon booth. Now you guys will know that I reviewed the Trigon AR01 on the channel a few months ago and I absolutely loved it. They now have this slightly updated version, the AR01R. And it's just a more racier layup of the carbon, a bit lighter, apparently about 70 grams lighter of the frame set compared to the old one. I absolutely love the old one, and again we've still got the same features here, so we've got all of the dimples in the head tube area for the aero purposes, and yeah, the same aero covers over the brake calipers and stuff. So I loved it before, I loved it now. Every time I see it, I just wish I had one. A bit out of my price range, but very nice. You can see here the paint, the carbon coming through the paint on the top tube. Very, very nice bike. Also on the bike they have their new integrated handlebar and stem. So this thing is super light, apparently just 245 grams, and it comes in sizes starting from a 36 width-wise, and length I think stems go from 80 to 150. So 150 millimeter stem with 36 centimeter bars, that would be super cool. And like I say, super light at just 245 grams for the handlebar. Also on the Trigon stand have their new bike, and more of an all-round endurance road bike, I guess. It's called the RC2. And yeah, they said they just wanted to make it more accessible for more people. So the geometry is more accessible with a bit more relaxed geometry, but also the price is a bit more accessible too. So yeah, more and more offers coming from Trigon. Also on the Trigon stand, not for sale, but looking very good, is this limited edition paint job. Very beautiful, very pretty stuff indeed. But yeah, not for sale this one, but very cool demonstration of the kind of paint jobs they can do. Also from Trigon's sister company, BlackTech, I reviewed these before too, the C1D wheels. So these are the updated version now, so now they have hub internals from DT Swiss, and also a bit lighter. So I liked the wheels last time, but I said they were a bit heavy. I think the old ones were like 1,500 grams or something. Now they've got the weight down to just 1,350 grams. So again, not the lightest wheels in the world, but when they look this cool, 1,350 grams I think is acceptable. And yeah, this is the handlebar I was talking about, so super lightweight, 245 grams claimed weight, and yeah, all the sizes and information up there. Just launched yesterday or today the brand new Look power pedals. So 2 different pedal bodies. We've got a road pedal body or a mountain bike pedal body, which are interchangeable. So you can buy just one pedal and then buy the separate body separately if you want to do mountain for half the year and road for half the year. Super lightweight on the road version, I think just 130 something grams, yeah, 130 grams per pedal, which is including all of the power meter gubbins as well. So if you want the lightest power meter pedals on the market, it looks like Look have you covered. You can check out DC Rainmaker, he's got some footage on them too, and yeah, nice new pedals from Look. Okay, so obviously on the channel you used to see lots of Chinese wheels called AVIIAV, and before they've been on YouTube a while, you can see some people doing their reviews and stuff, but yeah, really cool to see a new-ish brand out of Korea and lots of choice of wheels. So I think all of the wheels, they build them in Korea, but even some of them, like this one here, the rims themselves are actually made in Korea. So that's super, super rare, because obviously most of the rims in the whole world are all made in Xiamen. So to see a brand making rims in Korea is super cool. They've got some super cool looking wheels. If you look at if you look closely, it's not just a flat rim, it has got some shapes to it. So yeah, some wavy rims, and of course carbon spokes. AVIIAV with their wide range of wheels. Carbon spokes, steel spokes, we've got 6 spokes, we've got disc wheels. So this seems to be their flagship model, the Aldo, and this actually won a design award at the TAIPEI Cycle Award. Like I say, the rim made in Korea, and then obviously the whole world wheel also built in Korea. 1495 grams for the wheel set in this clincher tubeless version, but you can get it in a tubular version, which is rare to see these days. But yeah, if you're still running tubular wheels, AVIIAV have got you covered. Whole bunch of wheels, and yeah, check them out at aviiav.com. Okay, so another brand out of Korea, and also another YouTuber. So there's a Korean YouTuber by the name of So-Sun Chun, who's also a very successful racer, an amateur racer in Korea. He also started his own wheel brand called Wheellab. So here we are in their little booth, and they've got their wheels on display. Super, super lightweight. So these 65mm wheels, so front and rear 65mm, just 1,315 grams. So yeah, carbon spokes, obviously carbon rim, but you'll see here the actual spoke nipple is also buried within the rim, so that's going to be super aero as well. So yeah, making these crazy, crazy lightweight race wheels. The bearings are also super smooth, I noticed. Yeah, so the guy knows his wheels, obviously, because he's a YouTuber and YouTubers know wheels, but he also races a lot. And yeah, so he put his money where his mouth is, so to speak, and made his own wheel brand called Wheellab. Not cheap, I think around $3,000, depending on what options you choose and stuff. But if you want a really nice pair of wheels that are really fast, yeah, check out Wheellab. So also they have this V-wing handlebar. Cool thing about this handlebar, obviously you can see the actual drops themselves are cornered in. So obviously the UCI now says you can't adjust your levers more than 10 degrees. So with this bar, you don't have to, you're already in line with the drops. So if you want to get around the UCI rules, well, it's not really get around the UCI rules. If you want to be as thin as you can on the HUDs, but nice flared drops for sprinting, this V-wing is definitely an option. I think at the smallest point, at the middle of the drops, it's 32 centimeters, and at the widest point, it's 37 centimeters on the hoods. So yeah, the V-wing, also not heavy at just 275 grams. That's a very light bar. So yeah, an aero profile on the bar too. So you can get in an aero position, the bar is aero, and of course, there's no stem, so you can hook it up with whatever stem you want. You can have the cables come out of here if you've got fully internal through the stem, or you can have the cables come out of here if they go underneath the stem like an SL7 or something. So yeah, it looks like they've really thought through this bar, and yeah, it might be one way to get around UCI rules. So just now I was talking to the boss, and yeah, it's a small world or whatever. It turns out he's actually a PandaPodium customer too. So yeah, he's got the Cyber chain rings on here, which he brought off PandaPodium. The guy's a racer himself. This is his own personal race bike. And yeah, you can see a bit of a weapon. So as this footage is brought to you by PandaPodium.cc, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about PandaPodium.cc. So PandaPodium is my website. I scour all of Asia. I go to shows like this to find the best products. I talk with them and I list them on my website for you guys to buy direct. So we've got a whole bunch of wheels, a whole bunch of frames, a whole bunch of accessories. You know how it is. Check out PandaPodium.cc and see what we've got in stock. So home away from home, we're in Taiwan, but here we have a Xiamen company, a company I know pretty well. APEX are a factory, they do mostly carbon rims. They do rims for lots of the big brands out there. Obviously can't say who, but they've got some interesting things on the booth. Now they've got these textures that they can actually build into the mold. So very interesting finish on this. On this one here as well, you can see the finish on here, all built into the mold. This isn't paint, it actually comes out of the mold like this. And the same with this one here. So yeah, very interesting things coming out of Xiamen APEX. So if you're wanting to do your own wheel brand, you can hit them up. I noticed their carbon spokes. Looks like they're using titanium for the head of the spokes now, obviously you can shave off a few grams. So yeah, if you have any needs for carbon rims or carbon spokes, Xiamen APEX technology. Okay, then we've got another like brand wrapped in a factory, and the brand is Sunrimoon. I think they were in last year's Shanghai bike show. But yeah, Sunrimoon, they make these helmets. But new for this year is also these 3D printed saddles. So this range of 3D printed saddles all look really, really cool. You've got different ranges of, they can basically design by the 3D layup, how cushioned they are or how stiff they are or whatever. This one looks pretty interesting. You've got, you know, a regular front end and then just cushioning on the back. So yeah, nice clean little things. This not actually carbon, apparently this is nylon or nylon injected plastic or something, but yeah, good to see 3D printing making its way out there to more and more brands. And yeah, the Sunrimoon helmets and saddles, they might be coming to PandaPodium soon, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Here we are on the Java stand. So again, they've been in the videos in the past. Another Chinese brand that offers good value for money. So this is one of their new road bikes, the Java Volata. And yeah, this road bike, so they sponsor 3 UCI Continental teams, and all of those teams are using this bike. You can see UCI approved sticker on the seat tube there. And yeah, pretty smart looking road bike, but like I say, their thing is value for money. So this bike, as you see it here, with the carbon wheels and with the 105, in China retails for the equivalent of about $2,000. So yeah, that's a lot of bike for $2,000. I think you could take this to almost any race and wouldn't be at a big disadvantage. Obviously 105 Di2 is not going to let you down. Fully hydraulic brakes. Yeah, if these guys could sell overseas, I guess they'd sell like hotcakes. Yeah, a nice looking bike. So because this footage is brought to you by PandaPodium.cc, we're actually doing a giveaway. So we're giving away over $1,000 of vouchers to use on the website. All you have to do is either follow us on Instagram and tag someone, the usual stuff, or sign up to our email newsletter. Or you can do both and double your chances to win. But anyway, more details in the link down below. Go to PandaPodium.cc/TAIPEI and learn how to enter. Yeah, get yourself some vouchers and buy yourself some cool bike parts. Over on the Vision FSA booth, a nice collection of jerseys there, obviously. Maybe nothing amazing in terms of products this year, but when you've got your wheels on one of the most successful teams in the world, I guess they sell themselves. Okay, so here we are at the Stijn Cycles booth. So I actually walked past this booth last year and I really liked the frame, and it turns out that Stijn got in touch with me after the show, and actually this time coming to Taiwan, he picked me up from the airport and I went for a ride on one of his bikes, and these things are an absolute hoon. This is a fun bike to ride. You might look at it and think, you know, that's a joke bike or a kid's bike, but no, these things are no joke. I was actually having a conversation with Peak Talk the other day, and we were wondering if the aero on this is actually more aero than a 700c road bike. So yeah, you might actually be faster than your friends if you get one of these. But you can see they've got all sorts of setups here. For example, we've got a single speed rim brake version. We've got a more disc brake version, and yeah, another disc brake version up there. But yeah, Stijn Cycles, these cool color schemes for this year. They sell them as either rolling chassis or complete bikes, I think. Depends where you live, but if you check Stijn Cycles out on Instagram, you can find out all the information on there. So here we are at the Thermaltake booth. If you're into your PC building back in the day, you may recognize the brand from a manufacturer of CPU coolers and stuff like that, but now the boss is a huge cycling nerd and basically opened a bunch of bike shops in Taiwan. They do more high-end stuff, so they're official distributor for AVIIAV and other brands like that. So they've came out with some limited edition paint jobs working together. So for example, this AVIIAV, you can see it's got the Thermaltake branding on the front fork. And yeah, this color of blue is like their Thermaltake blue or whatever. So a pretty tasty looking AVIIAV if you ask me, and yeah, not a bad build. That about covers day one of the show. Today I was just in one area. We have 3 more areas to explore, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. As I said, we're giving away over $1,000 of vouchers this week too, so head on over to PandaPodium.cc/TAIPEI to enter. Tomorrow's show, I'm sure it's going to have a lot more of the weird and wonderful, so I'll see you this time tomorrow, and China cycling out.